I'm going to be doing an unboxing and sharing 3 fun ways to add sparkle using the brand new Shimmer Flakes. Hey everyone, it's Joy here and welcome to my channel. So let's start with unboxing some crafty goodies from scrapbook.com. Thank you so much for sending me these fun goodies. This is the super cute party fans dies, and you get 4 dies in there. I cannot wait to use these. They are so cute. Look at this darling greenhouse, you guys. I love this. I am so ready to use all of these products that I'm going to be sharing with you, but what a cute die. And then you can see on the back what that can look like. Then there's these super cute stamps. These are the balloon numbers. You get a solid and an outline. I think that is really a lot of fun. So you could do the solid one color, you could do the outline a different, or emboss it with gold embossing or any kind of embossing powder. Then we have the balloon alphabet. Here's the solids. And then there's also the outline that I'll be showing you here in just a second. How cute is that? I love these, and they have the cute little strings, and I think this is so fun. I can't wait to use those. Then their new Shimmer Flakes. This is unicorn, you guys. There's 10 colors. I'm going to be using 2 of the colors today, and look at how you can shake out of here. You have this big opening, and then you have like a little shaker opening because they're different sizes inside of here, and they are stunning. This is Bejeweled. So it's a kind of a purpley color. So pretty. Look at all that glitter and shine. Then we have Sunshine. Of course, it's going to be a beautiful yellow. I think this is a fantastic yellow because I think yellows can be done wrong sometimes. Disco Ball, which is a silver. Look at how pretty that is. Then we are going to be looking at our pot of gold. I'm going to be using, this is one of the ones I'm going to be using today for my shaker card. Then Mermaid, of course, this is my favorite color. I'm going to have to use the heck out of this. I'll have to buy stock in that color for sure. Then we have Confetti. It's such a pretty soft pink, and all of it has like this iridescence. It's not like a flat glitter. We have beautiful watermelon. It almost is kind of that neon color. I think that's so fun for summer. Then Reputation, which is black. That is so pretty. And then we have the Lucky Charm, which I'm also going to be using today for our shaker card. So let's get going on that. Okay, I'm starting with a slimline card base that measures 8 1/4 by 3 1/4, and I'm going to use some mint tape to tape off a section where I'm going to be ink blending a rainbow. I want this rainbow to flow into my 4-leaf clover that we are going to create a shaker with. And like I mentioned, I'm going to show you 3 fun ways to add sparkle to your card using the brand new Shimmer Flakes. They are so beautiful, you guys. The shimmer is no joke. So I am taping off about a 1.5 inch section on my card, and each color, I'm using 6 colors of Distress Oxide inks for my rainbow. And each color is going to be 1/4 inch wide. That's just how I measured it, so it kind of flowed into the 4-leaf clover the best. I have multiple sizes of mint tape here. It doesn't really matter what size you use, other than bigger is probably better. So I have a 1 inch, and then I'm using my 1/4 inch, but I kind of switch it out. It doesn't make any sense other than I just need to tape off my sections because, again, they're really small. I'm using my Dome Foam Blender tools from scrapbook.com. You can get everything from this video at scrapbook.com. I do have some affiliate links in the description below. It doesn't cost you guys anything, but thank you so much for using them because it does help me make money so I can keep making these fun videos. So my first color was Kitsch Flamingo. Then I'm going to use dried marigold, then squeezed lemonade, cracked pistachio, salvaged patina, and shaded lilac. So I'm doing like this soft, I wouldn't say quite pastel, but more springy colored rainbow. So there's that dried marigold, and I'm just going to ink blend each color. I am going to tape off each color except the yellow here because the yellow is going to go into the orange and you're not even going to notice it. So I'm just going to line that up. I did measure 1/4 of an inch in between those two tape openings, and I just used a pencil and made a light little mark for each 1/4 inch section. So I am lining my tape up against that so I know, so it's kind of even looking so I don't have it all wonky. Otherwise I would have it off so bad it would be funny looking. So this is going to be our super cute rainbow. We're going to have a fun 4-leaf clover. I'm using the nested 4-leaf clovers from scrapbook.com. I will be using that with some 4-inch double-sided tape from them, and I'll show you how one of the ways that we're going to add some of this glitter. Like I mentioned, are shimmer flakes. I keep saying glimmer. These are shimmer flakes, and they're stunning. They have some iridescence to them. So even though they're a color, it almost has a lot of colors in it. It's really, really pretty. In person, it's absolutely stunning. That was my cracked pistachio layer. Then I'm going to do salvaged patina and then shaded lilac. So I'm going to finish taping off my little sections here. I don't think I taped off the cracked pistachio with the salvaged patina. No, yes I did. I'm going to tape that off. And when I'm taping off the color next to it, I actually am keeping a tiny edge of the previous color out. So that way I don't have a white line between the two colors, if that makes sense. So a little bit of the colors are going to overlap just where they connect again, so we don't have a white line in between. Let's do our last color here, the shaded lilac. Let me get my little dome foam blender tool here. You can use a blending brush, whatever you have on hand that you want to use. I feel like these give me a really good blend. So let's get our last color here, and then we can peel back all of this mint tape and take a peek at our cute little rainbow. It's quite the reveal. I think it turned out so pretty. And there's going to be a lot of white space on this card, but I think that's really nice because everything else is going to pop. There's so much shimmer on this card when I'm done. I just absolutely love it. There's our cute little rainbow. Okay, so I'm taking Lucky Clover on some mixed media white cardstock and just ink blending. I need my cardstock to be colored underneath for the 4-leaf clover. So now I'm going to take that 4-inch double-sided tape and have two pieces butt up next to each other. Then I'm going to take the largest, well, it's not the largest, I think this is the second largest 4-leaf clover die. I'm going to tape that in place and run that through my die cut machine. I want that double-sided adhesive to be on the top layer of my 4-leaf clover, and I do want it to be colored underneath. I don't want it to be white because we are going to add shimmer flakes to that adhesive on top. And if there's a little spot that didn't get a perfect coverage, I don't want to see white cardstock through that. I am going to die cut another one of these that size and then ink blend that one as well. Now I'm going to take this smaller 4-leaf clover. I'm going to line that up, tape it down really good. I have to kind of tape it to the back of the cardstock because this release paper is super slick. I am die cutting the window for our shaker card. So let me just put that in place. I'm going to wrap my mint tape around. I'm going to line that up as best as I can. And then I'm going to run this through the die cut machine, and it's going to cut out our little center window. That's where we're going to put our acetate behind, and that we can see all of our good shimmer flakes through there. So let me just pull that off, and then you can see now we have this fantastic window. I was making sure I wasn't going to rip anything. There we go. So mixed media cardstock is thick, you guys. And so I was able to die cut through that and that tape, that double-sided adhesive. So that's the front of our shaker. So I have a scratch piece of paper. I'm going to peel back the release paper, and we are going to sprinkle on the Lucky Charm Shimmer Flake. Don't stick your, I kept sticking my little shaker pot here into the stickiness. Look at how pretty that is. Now, the key is rub it into that adhesive, like really, really rub it in. Now you're going to notice that some of those sequins hang off the edge, and I'm trying my best to wipe off the excess. And this is a little bit messy right here, but it's totally fine because it's so worth it. Then I'm going to take my titanium scissors and trim the shimmer flakes that are hanging over the edge because I want a nice crisp edge to my 4-leaf clover here. And these titanium scissors, adhesive does not stick to them, so it's really perfect for this job. So I'm going to trim all the excess off on the outside and the inside of that 4-leaf clover. And then we're going to have this stunning shimmer flake front. Now I had, like I mentioned, I had die cut that back piece the same size and just ink blended that with the Lucky Clover Distress Oxide ink. I cut out a piece of acetate and adhered that behind our shaker window. But look at how good that 4-leaf clover looks after trimming all of the excess off. It's stunning. Then I'm going to take some 3mm foam adhesive strips. I took off both sides of the top of release paper. When you do that, you're able to kind of mold the foam adhesive strip around your image. So you can make it in a circle, you can do whatever. I am trimming it at the little points because I didn't think I could get it to go around and not show. So I'm going to make sure everything is connected. All the foam adhesive is connected and touching each other so none of our shaker bits come out. So this is our second way. This is the most common way to add some sparkle to your card. And so I'm adding the pot of gold shimmer flakes inside, and I'm adding a good amount. Then I'm going to adhere that back piece on, and then we have our shaker card. So this is the second way to add that fun sparkle from these shimmer flakes. Look at how gorgeous that is, you guys. Okay, let's adhere this to the end of our rainbow. And we have the little stem there. I did not add the shimmer flakes on that because that little end is so fine and little, it just didn't make sense. And I think it looks fine even though it's not. So that is ink blended with the Lucky Clover Distress Oxide ink. Okay, so we are going to do the third way to add these shimmer flakes and add some sparkle to your card. I am just using the Artiste liquid glue. I'm adding it on the lines between the colors. And I will say, I almost had a heart attack. I thought I ruined the card. So I'm just adding straight lines of glue. And I'll tell you that I should have done that a little bit differently, and I should have done it in little sections, but I was able to fix it. Then I'm dumping on that pot of gold shimmer flake, and it was just too solid here. So I am going to use my finger while the glue is still wet, and I'm going to brush off pieces. And I also end up using a paintbrush. I think I did that off camera. And I'm brushing off some of the pieces. I don't want this solid straight line. I kind of want it more broken up, if that makes sense. So as you can see, as I'm doing that, it's looking better and better. And I am going to add some of this pot of gold shimmer flakes to the outside edges of the rainbows, and I loved how that looked. So when I did that, I added the glue in just little sections instead of a straight line, but that already looks so much better. So here's where I'm going to do those little bits of sections, and I'm going to dump that on. I still do come in with a paintbrush and break some of that up just a little bit. I wanted it to feel a little more random, not so together. It's just a visual thing for me. So I'm just going to take this paintbrush and just brush off some of the stuff that's a little more loose and kind of break that up. But I think that is beautiful. I love how it turned out. Then we need to do our sentiment. I am using Honeybee Stamps So Lucky sentiment and the coordinating die. I'm going to stamp that with some black ink. I am going to also bring in some black as a matte behind this whole card. So I like that black. It really pops against all of that fun color and shimmer. And I'm going to use the coordinating die to die cut this out. It says, "You're my good luck charm," which I think is perfect for this card. So cute. I'm going to line up that die and then tape that in place, run that through my die cut machine, and I am going to add some foam adhesive behind that sentiment. I'm using 2mm foam adhesive strips. So I'm going to place that on the back, and that is going to go on the rainbow itself. Let me know what you guys think about these shimmer flakes. They are so pretty. We're going to take a look at this card up close so you really can get an idea of how they look, but they're so much better in person than on camera. Cameras don't ever do justice to metallic things or shimmery things. So but let me know what you guys think in the comments. So here is my white slimline card base measuring 8.5 by 3.5. I'm adding a piece of black cardstock to that because I do want a black matte. I think that's going to make all of these colors pop. And then I'm going to place that right in the center. And then let's take a look at this up close. I have to tell you, I love these shimmer flakes. Look at how shiny that is. We've got the gold inside the shaker, we've got the Lucky Charm on top, and then the gold on the rainbow. That's 3 fun ways to add sparkles to your card using the brand new shimmer flakes. Thank you guys so very much for stopping by and watching. I hope that you enjoyed this project, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.